Who doesn't remember what they were doing the day JFK died? The president arrived in Dallas, Texas on the morning of 22nd November 1963. The Democrats needed his help to save their flagging election campaign in the face of the growing support for the Republicans. But this was to be John F. Kennedy's day of reckoning. His death is permanently etched in the memories of many Americans. Even today, thousands flock to the city where the president was assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald.
November 22nd, 1963, President Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas. Less than 48 hours later, the alleged...
Here, in the building from where the fatal shots were fired, visitors can relive the events of that day through archive footage and photographs. Nearly 500,000 people visit the site each year. Even though Kennedy's political contribution is debatable, he is still idolized in America. The depth of emotion that his death still arouses is evident from the comments in the visitor's book.
To a man who changed our lives and gave us hope, taken by a gunman's anger. We love you, or we miss you, JFK.
Ich glaube, das zeigt die Begeisterungsfähigkeit der Amerikaner für neue Ideen und die Trauer darum, wenn sowas zu früh im Keim erstickt wird. Und es ist wohl auch ein geschichtliches Ereignis, was letzten Endes auch Europa betroffen hat und die gesamte europäische Politik der 60er Jahre auch mitgeprägt hat.
Former salesman Paul Crute knows how to make the most of these emotions. He conducts chauffeur tours in a 7-meter-long Lincoln limousine, a replica of the one in which Kennedy died.
This involves a photograph which was taken by an Associated Press photographer named James Alkin.
Paula Summerton and her childhood friend Linda Trutz have booked one of these special remembrance tours.
It's very emotional. When we first decided to do this, I didn't know how I was going to react, but I'm getting nervous.
That's the same feeling. I have this feeling of this impending doom that's going to happen, like a build-up of. I feel frightened. I feel fear.
And here is the President of the United States.
The morning of 22nd November 1963 broke with promise. The sun was shining as John F. Kennedy stepped onto the tarmac at Dallas Airport. But not everyone was there to celebrate the president's arrival. The shooting happened at 12:30 p.m. on Elm Street, on the west side of town near the Dealey Plaza. This archive film shows the chaos that ensued. Paul uses original footage to recreate the day's events. Sirens, screams, the panic as Kennedy was driven to Parkland Hospital. Linda and Paula are clearly shocked by the experience. Perhaps this was more than they bargained for. Paul Crute has seen this all before, but not many of his clients managed to hold back the tears.
Kennedy has been given a blood transfusion at Parkland Hospital here in Dallas in an effort to save his life. A priest has been ordered, emergency supplies of blood also being rushed to the hospital.
The John F. Kennedy tour ends with these words.
Tell me that the pair of men have just administered the last rites of the Catholic Church. There's only one word to describe the picture here, and that's grief, and much of it. It's official. As of just a few moments ago, the President of the United States is dead.
Television anchorman Walter Cronkite is left with the task of informing the nation.
2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago.
Women here,
3 million people were left in mourning.
tears streaming down their face. There's only one word to describe the picture here, and that's grief, and much of it.
Linda and Paula recall their memories from the time. 4 investigations in 25 years were never able to uncover the real truth surrounding the circumstances of the president's death. Who shot JFK? 80% of Americans refuse to believe that only one person was responsible. Most think it was a conspiracy. Because of his untimely death and the mystery that surrounds it, JFK has now become a legend.
President Kennedy, when he was assassinated, it was a country. We lost our leader, who was this new frontier, this charismatic leader. It was very sad. And I was younger, and I was a child, and my emotions weren't developed enough. I followed the group and was sad. Here, as an adult, I feel very, very sad.
There's a similar, it's the finality, you know, that's so shocking. I didn't know how we were going to react to this. I didn't know how we would feel, and all of a sudden I heard the gunshots, and it was over. Again, it was over, and it was ended. And there's no bringing it back, and that's what I experienced again, is that it's over, and that how vulnerable life is. You know, it's just, it's there one minute, the next minute it's gone.